Realism difficulty? That just makes sense. You know what to do if you enjoy this video. We open with Al-Qatala's manifesto. Apparently, they're not jihadists, but want to keep foreign powers out of wherever. Oh, right, there's a bomber. After the title, we learn that General Barkov is shipping WMDs, but he's not a part of the Russian military? Huh. I rappel into the forest and sweep with the Marines. We have some targets.
Down. We're clear.
This place seems armed to the teeth, but no official Ruskies. Therefore, I call up the white phosphorus and move in? Okay. The developers drastically understated the power of this stuff. The fumes alone would kill everyone in this joint. I shoot my way to the main facility and put a gas mask on. Do I need anything for my exposed skin? Nah, the gas isn't here, but a bunch of enemies that I can't see very well are. Yep, this is definitely a video game. The Spetsnaz are here? Uh-oh, we have our jackpot. Of course, it's the first mission, so it can't be that simple. Well, a Marine is helping me.
Shit.
Oh, nuts. Are ambushers or Middle Eastern-ish? Great. Laswell brings Captain Price in, but we have to focus on London.
They're here, Adolf! They're here! Come here!
Wait, what? They're brandishing visible weapons. We have to wait for them to blow up the van. Why? Oh. I make my way into the underground, waste some terrorists, and push up. A scope will definitely help too. Yay. Once I clear the second floor, I head back down, take out some reinforcements, and oh no! At least I stopped him. Let's get into that last building. Nice to see you, Captain Price. How did you get over here so quickly? There is one last nasty surprise. Yeah, right.
Why have we got our hands tied? Let's just take the bloody gloves off and fight.
How though? What does that even mean? Over in Urzikstan, I meet with Farah.
The Russians make no distinction between Al-Qatala and your people.
And I make no distinction between Al-Qatala and the Russian army. They're both terrorists.
Are we going to get any more information on that? No? Okay. Hadir gives me some C4 and I get to look at his sister's warrior ass. We can't do much of anything about the occupation right now, so we have to be sneaky. A brick lets me move around, but I have to beat down a Russian before I can move on. How exactly does an oil filter help with suppressing gunshots? Farah is a badass, and there are some weapons in here. It could be worse. Oh wait, it is. The only way to help is to win. The helicopters ought to be a solid distraction. I just have to eliminate the guards and push forward. Concealment works well. There's always another one though. No, I'm good, thanks. One more? Oh right, the pilot has to go too. That's two. Let's head back and fire in the hole.
Fucking beautiful, Alex. Well done.
We are badly outnumbered, so going under is the only option. Alright, let's go the other way. We dodge an IFV, rush through the alley, and somehow become invisible. No one else? Okay, let's get underground and move to the airbase. Urziki Molotovs, huh? Good idea. The Ruskies get a taste of drone, and we move up. Of course, the base security just has to get in the way. It's no big deal, though. Marksmanship works wonders, but a steady pace wins the war. Well, I know what to do. Let's barge in and take some goodies.
First armory's clear.
What's through this door? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch it! One more chopper. Let's take care of that. Nice! We should get to... Ouch. That hurt. Constant fire makes all the difference. I shoot my way to the hangar with no redos required. Nope, you didn't see anything. Up we go. Oh, this ought to be useful. Setting everything on fire helps, but there's an IFV! Never mind, we have an attack helo on station. Wait, what? I guess I have to zoom in for reasons. All clear. Let's RTB.
Let's close the distance and engage.
We make a good team.
Yes, we've bought time. but Barker will retaliate.
Unfixed audio bugs? Whoa. Time to raid a townhouse in North London. I set up a ladder, climb it, and move slowly to the front room.
Secure.
Do the bullets steer themselves? Whatever, governor. Get to floor 1. Our buddy takes out one, so I have to take out another. What's the catch? Oh, right, fake hostages. Someone is in that room. What is that? Command, we have an unspecified door-through head anomaly. Please advise. Second floor, we go.
T6 engaged.
Nice, but can someone shut that door freak up? There's one asshole behind the couch, and one who can't see me. Moving to floor 3, what kind of moron lunges for a baby? Oh, right, one is hiding over here. Let's get to the attic before I lose my mind. Don't you move! She was going for a detonator. Right. At least we found the wolf over in Urzikstan. His freaks have taken a hospital with a bunch of human shields to boot. But first, some character motivation.
I don't do this to keep my word. The invaders of my country have no regard for human life. The gas kills all things, even food and our gardens. If you use these tactics, you are my enemy.
No exceptions?
None. Al-Qatala has given my people a bad name, and we have paid dearly for their crimes.
This is incredibly generic. What kind of society does she want to build? Nothing? I guess that's too smart for Call of Duty. A tripwire is easy enough. Unfortunately, we run right into an ambush. Smoke, run, and shoot. That's the key. I take it slow on my way up to the machine gun nest. They're easy to drop. The way to the hospital is open and we have more support. Naturally, I push up to the entrance with no redos required and shoot the baddies within. Some fleeing staffers throw a wrench into the mix, but it's no big deal. Slow and steady wastes the bad guys. My grenade launcher doesn't work. Frag out. That's odd. More contacts down the hall and up the stairs. The patients could be a problem. I'm not seeing any weapons, though.
He's got a weapon!
At least he's down. Shooting terrorists in the crotch is always a good idea. Damn it! Cut then frag, it's better that way. There he is, but he has 3 hostages. Let's head outside and take things a little slow.
Don't shoot him. Get him on the ground.
Where?
Got the bastard. But wait, the creeps are about to storm the embassy.
But we are all killers here, no?
Is that supposed to be thought-provoking? It isn't. We're coming in from above. Of course, it can't be that simple, but main character powers can shrug off an RPG. I head into the embassy as the Butcher intrudes. We can't do anything for the people on the other side, so the mission is our only priority. You've got to be kidding me. When in doubt, just lean. Bulletproof glass certainly helps, but what is Captain Price doing? How did he get over here so quickly? The level isn't over. We have to get the ambassador out. Oops. Oh, okay, his deep state lady is still alive. Let's get her to... Damn it! She opens the door and lets Farah and Price shoot the X-rays. Time to bug out across the street? That doesn't sound right. We stuffed the wolf in a cell. He's gonna get out of there, isn't he? Unfortunately, the level still isn't over, so I shoot the required number of enemies, drone everything, and can this be done already? The mortar house is down. Let's move back and waste a bomber. I have to save Stacy again, and yep, he's gone! That means it's time to whitewash a morally questionable US strike? We climb to the top of a destroyed building and meet Hadir. He has a sniper rifle. I should figure out how to use it. The rest of the team is closer to the highway. I'm not sure why they want me to waste water jugs. Aw, I have to shoot a watermelon? There'd better be more in our kit. It's a little too quiet out here. Dogs are out and about. That's nothing. Contact! Where are they going?
Good hit. One more.
Nice shot.
The rest of them have to be on the way. They will be facing a surprise on the road. So there's that. There they are, tracking, now.
Open fire!
Chaos erupts on the road, but I make short work of the enemy. It's going to get worse, isn't it? The trucks are hard to take out, but then Molotovs become a thing. Oh, they're flanking, so I can't stay here. Luckily, the building directly behind us works well enough. I take out some mortar teams, and then an armored truck rolls in. Yay! Well, that could have been worse. It's not over yet? Oh boy. Price is coming in, but the Wolf's men will get here first. A sniper interrupts my train of...
Got him.
Never mind. We clear out the stragglers, and what is this? Great, we're directly engaging the Russians. At least it's at range with no redos required. Are our enemies zeroing in on me? That's not very realistic of you, Call of Duty. Thankfully, Hadir has a trick up his sleeve. We slug it over to his truck and oh no!
Russian gas?
Yes! And now we send it back to the Russians!
Well, I'm dead. A gas mask is enough? Oh right, I have main character powers.
I stole the gas from the Russians. To help us, only to help us.
Anyway, moving on. 20 years ago, I'm stuck underneath some rubble. How do I... rock will do. So, Urzikstan is not Syria? Go figure. I have to rush home with me papa, but how's the door supposed to keep poison gas out? Cell phones? That ought to help. A Russian barges in, kills the dad, and chases me for reasons. There are a few knives around, so I stab Ivan until I can't. Luckily, Hadir saves the day. Better before than after, I guess. We make our way to the edge of the city. That has to be it, right? Nope. What can we do? Oh, there's a revolver here. The flowers should give me adequate cover. Perfect! Of course, it's never that easy. Colonel Barkov himself blackbags me. Well, it took you two long enough.
Your brother
Is a terrorist.
is an American asset who is either with or in terrorist hands.
Hadir's fight's not with us.
Wait, what? Why wasn't I briefed on this? Also, Farah's on the team. Is that how Black Ops works? Somehow, we found the Wolf's hideout in no time at all. Let's get that rat. Here we go. Why didn't the stack breach? That's better. Huh? Who is shooting at me? There's one in the other room? How did he get me? Well, that was dumb of her. Are any of you going to secure that gun? Oh, okay, let's breach and move up. Why isn't the stack moving in? 3 unknowns over here, and a bad girl on the bed. Time to kill the power and wait for the main cast to move up very slowly.
Done. Checking that.
Oh boy, let's take it nice and slow. That could have been worse. What am I missing? Ah, it must be over here. Then why do you keep trying to bring us into it? Floor clear, time to move.
Check left, check left.
Clear here, let's circle around. Excellent. At least the woman isn't an idiot. This seems an awful lot like the Bin Laden hit. The tea house leads underground. Something is about to go wrong. Yep, we're switching. It's easy to cut the wires, but why don't I have a set of NVGs? There's one on the left, and one on the right. What a tricky mess. At least they throw their Molotovs before I cross. Oh, I missed one. Slow and steady. Our enemies barge in, so it's only natural. They love to collapse tunnels too, that might keep happening. Do these idiots know that we can hear them? There are a lot of contacts. I guess I have to use a shotgun. That's better. One more down the side is easy enough, so I link up with Farah and... Oh, wonderful. I can push a minecart easily enough. Beautiful. The enemy starts a fire, so I hop up a floor and shoot my way forward. Nice going, idiot. What happened? Farah saves my ass. How nice of her. I put a bullet in the wolf's head and cut the... Oops. What I mean to say is that I cut the right wires just in time. Hooray! Farah's army is a foreign terrorist organization now? What? 10 years ago, I'm a captive. Hadir throws me a key and warns me about some rebel messages. This is going to get sadistic, isn't it?
Do not face me, Farah.
How was I supposed to know that? Of course, Barkov is an asshole, so I have to sit in a chair. Really? We're doing a torture minigame?
Breathe, Farah. You can do it.
What the hell is this?
Who is Karim?
Go fuck yourself.
Watch your mouth.
I don't know why the writers sought to trivialize waterboarding like this. It completely undermines the idea that Barkov is a cruel freak. By the way, he knew about me all along? That's just dumb. He strangles me for the funsies only to get distracted by a fire. They forgot to cuff me properly. How convenient. A spoon can stab people now? Oh, fine. I throw some rocks until the door opens. Where does the key go? Not the door. There is a grate, so I boost myself with the torture chair. This place is gross. Thankfully, my spoon gives me a way out. Nice. My fellows are up the stairs. What's in this locker, though? Ooh, that ought to help. Let's get the ladies out and arm up. This should be... Never mind. Sliding to the left helps a bit. Out of the way! We make it outside, push up the street, and sniper! Of course, I eventually defeat his support. This isn't realistic at all. Okay, we can take it slow. I waste the rest of the guards and move... Oh, great. Price intervenes, though, so it doesn't mean anything. I can't rescue Hadir on my own, but SAS help does the trick.
Bravo 6 to Cobalt 4, confirming station time.
10 minutes.
Rog, hold orbit.
Wait, he's still Bravo 6? Didn't he just say that he was a lieutenant? And thus, the Civil War begins. Hadir made it into Russia with the gas? Oh, nuts, we're going in. The Butcher is in country too? How? Let's arm up, head outside, and immediately go loud? Is that how that works? I make the Butcher run and shoot my way through a bar. How are any of these weapons just Russian again? I rush through an apartment complex and wait for the target to pace himself? Really? We're in 5 kinds of trouble. Also, why am I speaking English in Russia? I blast my way through a nice restaurant and... Yay! A few tries later, Nikolai rams the Butcher and loads him into our van. I have to waste an arbitrary number of enemies, so I do just that until we drive away. Oh, we're beating him up for reasons.
We need to break this bastard, Captain.
We're about to.
Here comes the ticking clock scenario. Taking civilian hostages, that's a war crime. Well, I'm getting court-martialed anyway. I guess I have to see where this goes.
You want the gloves off? They're off.
I pull a gun and threaten the wife, which is another war crime. Apparently, that makes the Butcher talk. Hadir is going after Barkov. What is the justification for this?
You draw the line wherever you need it, Sergeant. End of the day, someone has to make the enemy scared of the dark. We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission.
I can definitely see the problem here. We have to invade Barkov's estate, so I shoot the light and wait for the door. Direct action is not a good idea just yet. Luckily, we can make for another farmhouse. I cut the power and let Price take out a bad guy. These are Hollywood silencers? That's not very realistic. Wait, I have to go down there? At least I won't have to wait for doors. They're killing every civilian here. These fuse boxes are going to be useful. Kind of. I have to make my way in and... How? The corners are a necessity.
See if the hostage can still talk.
I have to clear out the building first. The rule of 3 applies? How typical. The window seems like an obvious out, so I take it and get back on the road. Time for an ambush.
So you want to pick that fight?
That's better. The enemy is on alert by the church. It's no problem at all. Another fuse box. That'll do.
Careful. There's another target there soon.
Simple enough.
Nice work.
Excellent. The baddies in the church are easy pickings, but it's no use. Barkov's family are the targets? Uh-oh. I need to get to the pool. Where is that again? This doesn't seem right. Oh wait, here it is. I ladder up to the roof, whack the idiots behind me, and take out the men inside. All too easy. 2 more? Okay, fine.
Third floor, 451.
They broke him.
Third floor.
He's saying third floor, 451.
At least Captain Price is on the move. The main house lights up, which is an annoyance. Then again, I have plenty of presents to share. Alright, let's move in.
3rd floor, Kyle. Let's go.
I know! Do you want us to get shot in the back or what? That ought to do it. How the hell did he get up here unseen? Let's enter the code, and there he is. Hadir found Barkov's chemical factory? That's useful, but he has to be brought in. Of course, reinforcements ruin everything. We run away and... I'm dead! Oh wait, never mind. Hadir throws me my weapon and... This is going to be a problem. When in doubt, move to the door. Are you serious? Much to my surprise, it only takes a few more tries. Let's get moving. I blast even more enemies, make my way through a building, and it's a chopper! Run! A lock? Oh, for fuck! I forgot that we have main character powers. Laswell wants to hand Hadir over to the Russians. That seems like a bad idea, but the gas factory is more important. Back to Urzikstan we go. Farah doesn't trust Price, but the plans make her a friend again. Who wrote this? Anyway, it looks like we're crossing into Georgia. Why shoot when I can drone strike? Oh, that's why. Screw it, I'm marking targets anyway.
Flash out, you got the whole group.
Good. I have to keep advancing, but that should be... fine? Rounding the bunker is controllable, so I do just that and push into the main complex. There's just one problem. How do I knock down that helo? When in doubt, run for it.
Good effect on target.
Well, that worked. Somehow. Alright, let's finish this. The enemy is waiting for us in the turbine room, but we pick them off one by one and... Are they shooting through the walls or something? I need to check my corners. Once I clear out the enemy, I make my way outside and pick up the charges. Why couldn't we just drop bunker busters on this building again?
Barkov is a stain on my country. It will not stand.
Well, damn, are they gonna tell me that I have a few days left before retirement too? I shoot my way across another room easily enough. What's the catch? Also, why are there buttons for the fire suppression system? I can pick up some solid weapons. It's not all bad. Never mind, it is that bad. A direct engagement is a terrible idea. Always be cornering? There we go. The trigger is screwed. I guess I'm dead.
I'm not asking you to turn back. I'm asking you to give me the order.
I won't do that.
Commander, please.
I am not your CO.
Where did this even come from? We're not done? Oh, okay. I blast my way across the pipeline and plant even more charges. Unfortunately, Barkov is bugging out. Oh wait, never mind, it's stowaway time. This would be a little cathartic if characters were involved.
This is for my family. This is for Hadir.
We blow the factory and it's all over. Right? Price wants to form Task Force 141, huh? I guess we need some sequel bait. I will give Modern Warfare this. It certainly tries to make the player feel like a commando. Tries. The gunplay works well most of the time, the night missions are interesting, and realism adds more immersion. Sure, it comes at the expense of wandering around Barkov's estate for a little while, but that stuff happens. With that said, the entire effort can be brought down by one question. What does Call of Duty Modern Warfare believe? The game paints itself as a very serious take on the nature of modern war, and yet the writers refuse to explore the texture of why people fight and the difference of degrees. Take Far as an example. She's clearly based on the women of Rojava. However, the writers turn Tu into a generic freedom fighter who hates WMDs. While fiction doesn't have to exactly mirror reality, an exploration of her worldview would open up more questions. Does she actually like the West? Can she make sense of wanting a modern country but refusing to be a puppet? How do the main characters grapple with that? Better yet, what if there were moral choices that lead to different endings? Nah, that would be too uncomfortable for the average player. Even worse, Al-Qatala's overall attitude is generic. The creative team clearly wanted to play with the aesthetics of Islamic terrorism. Then again, they couldn't be bothered to run with a frightening question. What does it take? Every plausible answer would sound a little too familiar. Of course, there is a clear moral stance surrounding our protagonists, namely, they shouldn't have one at all. For Price to say that the moral line is wherever it has to be is to say that it doesn't exist. Therefore, there's nothing to fight for. If the ends justify the means every single time, the logical conclusion is a world with no freedom at all. But of course, we should forget about that, it's just a game, right? What does Modern Warfare truly believe? Whatever makes Microsoft the most money. GG. I'll see you next time.